It was a changing of the guard all across the board this weekend in Cape Town with 3 new names headed to the CrossFit Games. Hey, everyone, and thanks for joining us for our daily semifinal recap show. I'm your host, Lauren Kalil. Day 3, it was nothing short of exciting, leaving people in South Africa and home behind the live stream, sitting on the edge of our seats, watching the final day of competition. Zoe Schnetler, she's here with me again. And boy, it was an exciting few races that we saw really from the beginning of the day all the way through to the final event.
Yes, I love it when the last day is a race like this. You don't really get to see it that often, but it's so much more exciting when anybody can win.
Seriously, especially because like while we're seeing some of these races at other semifinals, um, for Fittest in Cape Town, there's that only one ticket on the line, which I think really emphasizes
Mm,
just how much excitement is being left on the floor.
definitely, yes. Because also with the scores, it was so close. So all of them went out there on the last day trying to go to the games.
Yeah, it was anybody's game today. For the women's side of the leaderboard, going to the games for the first time through a qualifying event is Michelle Merand. In second place, Christina Levitakis. She will head to the last chance qualifier. And then Michelle Bassnett, she had her rookie appearance at the CrossFit Games last year. But Michelle Merand, she had an incredible day today. It was like she had fire in her eyes and it never left.
Definitely, because I think even last year she was, I think, top three, one of
Yeah.
the also on the podium. So I think this year just made it so much more real for her. She's been here before. She just wants to go to the games, so she gave it everything.
And listening to the crowd cheer for her when her name would be announced or she would cross the finish line, it's like the crowd wanted to see her punch her ticket to the games too.
Michelle really, she's really a nice person, and I think also while they were announcing her as the winner, the presenter even spoke about how the whole crowd loves her. Everybody's there to support her. Like she's really, really an amazing person.
Yeah, it was just an incredible day to watch her finally get that opportunity to go to the games, back to the games really since 2019. But you know, she won event 5. Bassnet, it was the competition between them two. But what happened needed to happen for Morand because she took the win that day.
Yeah, with the I think it was the deficit handstand push up. She just smashed it. She because she's so small, so it just makes it so much easier for her. So she just crashed it.
Yeah, it was great to watch. And even that final event, it really sealed the deal for her. She stayed ahead of Bassett from the beginning and never lost her lead, just showing that she has the confidence to get back to the games and she's going to hold the lead throughout the entire finish.
Yes, but it was obviously Laverne. She also did extremely well. She got the event win for that event
Mhm.
as well. Also a small person. I think that both of them maybe just had the advantage because of the overhead uh, uh, squat snatches.
Yes.
So the squat snatches. Yeah, like they literally caught it as low as possible and just sprinted through them.
And that's exactly what they needed to do. We'll get to it in a minute, but the men's side, their sprint finish was also incredible with that event. Speaking of the men's side, the leaderboard, another new name going to the CrossFit Games. This will actually be his rookie year. Kealan Henry, Jason Smith, a 3-time CrossFit Games athlete. He came in second, just shy away from Keelan, but he will get that ticket to the last chance qualifier. And then a name that we have been talking about over the weekend, but maybe this athlete is up and coming in Africa, but Darren Zernimer, he had a great performance all throughout the weekend as well.
Yes, he had very consistent finishes throughout all the events. I think he had, I think he did win or almost won yesterday. Some of the one of the events, I can't remember, but he had multiple top three placings in some of the events. So yeah, very well
Yeah,
done.
And with the men, a similar situation happened that also happened on the women's side. Kealan, he was a full round ahead of Smith on that event 5. And then Smith actually suffered from some no reps on the handstand walks, which really ultimately helped out
Mm.
Kealan.
Yes, yes. And at the end, it was at the end when I think the shoulders were just so tight and he just couldn't hold out.
Well, and what I thought was interesting is both Keelan and Smith, they held on and went unbroken for that first set of 100 wall balls. And as they were
Oh,
doing it,
I know.
yeah,
I was watching that and I was waiting for one of them to break, but neither of I think they were also thinking like I can't break because he's probably not gonna break and I can't break because he's not gonna break. That was insane. I was just thinking to myself,
right.
I don't know who does 100 wall balls unbroken. I don't know.
Especially when you then have to walk on your hands immediately after. And I wonder if I'd be interested to talk to either of them if that was their strategy going into it because they both knew so much was
Yes.
on the line, or if because they were in the lanes next to each other,
They
they
were
were
kind of just
listening.
what yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So but I was surprised because neither of them struggled at the beginning with the handstand walks immediately after that. And I would feel like I'd have to shake my arms out for a straight minute before going upside down after hanging on. But what an incredible race between them two, especially in event
Yes.
6. That was probably my favorite because it was an absolute sprint finish with
Love a sprint finish.
those yeah,
Yes.
those dumbbell squat snatches, and then again, Smith, he got a no rep as Cleveland was crossing the finish line. I was holding my breath the whole time.
Oh, yes. Oh, that was very unfortunate, but the no rep wouldn't have made a difference really. Keelan was, I think, 8 points. He had a lead of 8 points. So even if he didn't get that no rep, Keelan would still be going to the games today or still get the ticket to the games. But yeah, very unfortunate for Jason to end it like that.
Yeah, and he's somebody who also is a fan favorite. Luckily, we will see him at the last chance qualifier, so he potentially could still qualify for the games. But incredible to see these two new faces on the men and women side going to the CrossFit Games. I think it's great for the sport, and it seemed like the fans were definitely cheering for the athletes.
Hmm. Yeah, you can. I think you can just tell by who's the fan favorite by just watching the crowd. So Michelle, everybody loved Michelle, but even Keelan, like everybody loved Keelan as well. Everybody was so happy to see him do well yesterday and then today to pull through and take the win. You know, everybody is just supportive.
Yeah, and then even another new team is also qualifying for the CrossFit Games. We also have been talking about them all weekend. CrossFit Commit Okavango, it will be their rookie year. In second, CrossFit Tiger Valley Unit, and then in third, BST CrossFit. But Commit Okavango, they have been strong all year long, winning the quarterfinals, the Open. I mean, incredible performances, especially leading into this weekend. I mean, they had 3 first places, 2 seconds and a third, so nothing short of the
Nothing,
podium.
yeah. Yes, definitely. Going into this, the top team to go to the games. But CrossFit Tiger Valley did put up a good fight. And for a while, I was thinking yesterday, even I was thinking, your Tiger Valley can maybe even take it, but no, commit. Kavanga pulled through, and yeah, they did what they had to do.
They did what they had to do, but they only really were 10 points below that first place spot. So you could see just how close it was. And for them, it was really anybody's game going into today. I mean, Tiger Valley Unit, they were able to get that first place on the last event.
Hmm. Yeah, the last event, it was good that they came first for that, but unfortunately, Komet Okavango came second for that, so that didn't really make a difference. But yeah, it was event 5 that kind of made everything, made it happen how it happened, and made Okavango take the lead.
When you look at this entire weekend, we're just wrapping up Fittest in Cape Town. What were some of the biggest highlights for you?
I think for me, the best part of or the most exciting part of this weekend is the fact that we have new people going to the games. It's very exciting seeing new names, learning new faces, because especially here, like in South Africa, it's not really such a big sport, CrossFit. So I love seeing new people doing well and just making CrossFit maybe even a bigger name, giving CrossFit a bigger name, and maybe bringing more supporters.
Something definitely good for the sport. Zoe, thank you so much for being with us all weekend long to recap the action. Michelle Merand and Kealan Henry, they're going to Madison for the CrossFit Games.
Mm, yes, yes. And commit Okavango.
And yes, of course. Can't forget about the teams too. So, a lot of great athletes that we're going to see in Madison. It's going to be exciting. And Zoe, thank you again. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.